Welcome to Poorly Explained.
Stay a while and listen.
Mics are going. Mic check.
Yep.
Mic check.
The phone should be on now.
Bitch.
I just pressed the button for the mic.
Say bitch.
I watched, like on my phone, just kind of watch some of the stuff that we recorded yesterday.
Okay.
And I couldn't help but notice how often I'm messing with things. And my hands are so constantly touching something.
Did you make sure the fan's not in it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I added it all up. The podcast I did with Nick where the fan is on it is there.
Yeah.
Had like, it added up to like over 9 gigabytes.
Over 9.
And ours was right at like 5.
That's crazy.
Just
And we recorded longer.
Yeah, that little difference. This is crazy.
Are
I
we
could have sworn
rolling?
we had 13. Yeah.
Oh,
Could
what
have
up,
sworn
y'all?
we had 13 views. Oh, yeah. Hey. Hey, guys. We're live.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe to the Poorly Explained Pod.
At least comment and like.
Yeah,
Well,
something.
and subscribe.
Well, we went over this in the last episode where I berated our viewers for not
we'll
doing enough to help.
We keep drilling it.
Yeah.
If you love and support us.
170 views. Average. Oh, our average is going up.
10 minutes, ball. That's pretty good.
That's
Hey,
good.
for all
As
these-
long as it's going up.
For
I
all
don't
these
care.
TikTok fucks and 10-second attention spans, dude, that's pretty good.
Yeah. It's crazy. We always get the most views when
I think when I say
the
shit like that, and
video
then I think
drops.
of your dad watching, I'm like, Jesus Christ, Colin, calm it down.
Yeah, no. My dad does not care. Dang, 18 returning viewers. Let's go.
That's pretty cool. We don't even have 18 subscribers. What the fuck?
Yeah, if you watch some of our shit more than once, subscribe or else.
Yeah, Sadie, subscribe.
Yeah.
Tell Sadie to subscribe. Dude.
Sadie, you need to subscribe.
Thank you.
You're named after my sister's old dog.
Damn.
Well, it's just true. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not an insult. It's a good dog.
Yeah.
It was pit
Oh,
bull.
dude. Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
I saw the search, dude. Shit.
Yeah.
Can you swim with an Apple Watch? Dude, so speaking of, Colin got an Apple Watch.
I got an Apple Watch.
Guess who's gay also now?
Apple Watches aren't gay.
That's gay, dude.
It's a watch, dude. Watches
I wouldn't
are
call
tight.
it gay, but I'm only doing it because you do this.
You're wearing.
If I got an Apple Watch, it'd
You're
be
wearing
gay.
what looks like a wedding band on your right hand.
If I got a, because I'm not married, dude.
Okay, so
I
Colin's
gotta let the people know I'm not married.
been on my ass about notes,
Yeah, boy.
and so I have this. This is a little red book. This little red book has nothing to do
I'm
with
not gonna open it.
Chairman Mao Zedong, who's also famous for a red book. But I'm gonna end up being more famous for having a little red book. Like no connection to the communist leader of China.
China.
No, so
The best country. Love the country. One of the best countries.
I wish they were our friends.
Not close with them.
So I have, I hit some topics yesterday after saying
No,
that I
you
don't like
didn't.
even doing topics. My topics include me watching one video from the Fat Electrician on YouTube. So that's all I got.
Isn't that guy like from like way back in the day? Or
No.
is this a new guy?
No, he's cool as shit,
Who
dude.
am I thinking? That electrician comedian from back in the day?
Larry the Cable Guy.
That guy. That's crazy. I'm glad you knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. I'm glad it's not him then.
Look.
Oh yeah, you've talked about him.
Yeah. He's funny as hell. Oh, this is on my shit. How do I get to YouTube?
I'm so Houston.
But, so he did a video talking about a horse from the the Korean War.
What the fuck? Trolling the most racist event in America?
Hell yeah.
That seems like a good video. We should watch that. It would get a good topic out of that.
But, so in Korea, they were like, do you know much about the Korean War?
New.
Tell me what you know about the Korean War, Colin.
There were Koreans, for sure.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact.
So that it was in the
Um,
50s.
The
that-
North Korea and South Korea were mad, but
Yeah, Korea had split off after Japan. Japan had Korea during World War II.
Kim
They broke
Jong-un's
away from
daddy
the
was
Japanese
mad.
Empire,
Yeah.
and North Korea became communist. South Korea democratic.
Are they all family like descendants? Like, do they just stay?
Oh
in,
yeah,
it
they're
stays in
all
the family?
Koreans.
Yeah. No, that's not family. But I'm
What?
saying, like, is it like Kim Jong Un dad? Was he in there? Like, is it all family
Oh yeah, yeah,
descendant?
yeah. Yeah, it's
Every
a
leader.
yeah. So the leader of North Korea during the Korean War was, or like by the end of it, what was Kim Il Sung,
Is he related to Kim Jong Un?
and then his son was Kim Jong Il, and
Ooh, that's a
now
cool ass name.
oh he was a bad he was like
Bad
bad as in
bitch?
like bad, like
That's
evil,
That's a cool
terrible
ass
guy.
name though.
And then now it's Kim Jong Il's son, Kim Jong Un.
Kim Jong Il. That's
Yeah.
I can't get over that.
There's you ever seen epic rap battles of history? They stopped doing them, but they ruled
I
whenever.
I don't vividly remember, but I remember I watched a bunch of them. I just
It was
can't-
like whenever I was younger than you, I used to watch these with my cousin.
yeah.
And they
Back-
had one where it was Kim Jong Il versus somebody else. It was really good.
I remember when it was funny. It's probably not funny now.
No, it's this. You know that's
Yeah.
gonna be the
Yeah,
gayest
I watched the
video
fuck
of
out
all
of that.
time. Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton. I'm sure they said a lot of. I'm sure it was very nuanced, and it wasn't just them being gay liberals the entire time.
Yeah. Dude, nothing wrong with gay liberals.
Yeah, there's a lot wrong with them.
I don't know.
But yeah, so during the Korean War, the Americans were defending this hill. So basically, NATO jumped in to help the South Koreans out, pushed the North Koreans all the way back to like near the border of China. And so China and a bunch of other or a few other communist nations chipped in to help the North Koreans out and started beating back the NATO forces and brought them basically to where the DMZ is now. And the Americans had a hill that was close to Seoul. Seoul is the capital of South Korea. And the hill was so steep that they couldn't get trucks up and down the damn thing.
Damn.
So they didn't have any like artillery or anything up
Yeah.
there. They just had recoilless rifles, which is
Recoilless rifles.
it's like a big, basically a cannon.
Oh.
Like think like old timey cannon on a
Yeah.
tripod instead of wheels.
Yeah. That's
And, So they had to carry ammo up this thing, and each round weighed 24 pounds. So it was
Goddamn.
just like dudes walking up and down it. So they went to a freaking horse racing track and bought a horse from like a South Korean dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And the horse's name was Reckless. And it started out as a private. And during the fighting, they promoted it to a corporal. It became
Why are they
Corporal
promoting a horse?
Reckless. Because the horse apparently was a beast. He was saying in his video, the fat electrician was explaining in his video.
You
that-
answered that. You answered a corporal, and then he
Yeah.
goes over there and it's a
Dude.
fucking horse.
Wait till you hear this.
So-
So they got the horse, they brought it over to the hill, and they shot the recoilless rifle. And they said that the horse jumped like 4 feet in the air, like did
Bruh.
scare the shit out of it. But they calmed it down, and then they fucking shot the rifle again. Because this is basically, like I said, it's a cannon. It's not just like a
Yeah.
gun going off.
Yeah, it's loud. It's a bomb basically
Yeah.
going off and then shooting.
They said after the 8th time, the horse stopped jumping.
Yeah.
So
Got
he
used
was
to
like,
it.
all right, it was cool with it.
Yeah.
So the horse was the one, they got a saddle custom made from the U.S., brought over to Korea to, load up these 24-pound freaking rounds onto the
They
horse.
couldn't make it themselves.
They're in the middle of a war. They can't just, make a saddle.
Yeah, why not, dude?
I don't even know how to make a
They're
saddle
making
myself.
cannonballs and
No, they're not.
recoilless rifles, dude.
They don't make them at the war.
Why not?
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, dude.
They make them in America and they ship them to the war.
That's inefficient. They should
Okay.
make them themselves.
Okay. Well,
They
anyway,
seem pretty determined. I feel like they could figure it out.
you can
Dude, we
go
can
ahead.
make one right now.
You can go ahead. This
We
is
got-
your podcast.
We got some.
This is your podcast. You could do.
We got some wood in the shop, dude.
I just spilled all over.
You
my-
pulled a me, dude. I do that almost every fucking drink when I take my first sip.
So anyway, the horse was a beast. They promoted it to corporal. The war ends, and like the brass, like the higher, like the officers in the Marine Corps, just wanted to get rid of the horse.
Yeah.
But the guys that were fighting, they like fell in love with this horse. It was like,
It's like their favorite mascot.
yeah. I mean, just
Yeah,
like
it's their
imagine a
corporal,
dog that you love.
Yeah, right.
You get rid of it. They went through all kind of shit. They ended up smuggling it to a place where they could meet, like, basically they got it onto a Navy ship by putting it in the logs, like that they had a horse, but the Navy was like, there's no way they actually are trying to bring a horse aboard. They're probably just like, it's probably like a pallet of beer that they're trying to smuggle on.
Yeah.
So whenever they went to take it on board, the naval officer was like, no, you can't take a horse onto the ship. It's going to start pooping everywhere and all that stuff. And they were like, well, we're going to take this horse. We're not leaving this horse behind.
Yeah,
We're
fuck
not
that.
leaving Corporal Reckless behind.
Hell no.
And it was like a big thing. The Marines managed to convince him to let him on. So during the war, they were feeding the horse what the guys were eating. They said that the horse would only eat bacon and eggs and drink beer.
What
The
the
horse
fuck?
didn't like water. So they said on the Navy ship.
Can't bring a horse to water, but you can make it drink beer.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So
That horse been through, dude. He's like, I need this.
that horse that's the coolest horse of
It
all
tasted
time.
like barley, you know, right? So like,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, that's the thing, that on the Navy ship they started feeding it barley and like
yeah,
horse food,
yeah.
but it upset its stomach, so it started having diarrhea all over the ship.
Ooh, that's a lot too.
Yeah, they were mad about that, but they got it back. They had to go through all kind of stuff to get it back to America. They got it back to America, and then it got promoted. And so, like the higher ups in the military thought that the civilians would be mad that their tax-paying dollars went to buying a horse and getting it back to America.
If they just
But it turns out people loved it,
Yeah.
and it turns out that taxpayers just don't like wasteful spending. Like, I remember whenever he mentioned that in the video, I was like, that's actually something I don't mind. If it's something that boosts the morale for the little guy on the ground, the dudes
Yeah.
that are actually doing the fighting, if it's
Dudes
something
that-
that boosts their morale, I'm all for that.
yeah, the
I
front,
just don't like the fucking waste that they do in other areas of it.
yeah.
They got it back, they promoted it to sergeant.
Oh my
And
god.
so here's the thing.
Why are
So
they doing that?
It's
It's just funny. Like,
yeah,
You know?
it gets even funnier.
you have to answer to this horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said that if a dude was like chilling, like say he's like drinking some water,
Yeah.
they said that if it's a private or a corporal, so that this horse is an E5 sergeant in the Marine Corps, and if it would go and bump into you while you're like eating a snack, you had to give your snack to the horse.
What the fuck?
Yes. The horse could like pull rank
Man,
on
they were
people.
treating that dude good.
Yeah. It was a female horse.
Oh,
And
this is way less cool now. I'm just
so
kidding.
the Marine Corps, I think it was stationed at the Reckless was stationed at Camp Pendleton in California, and they had basically there would always be a private that would be assigned to Sergeant Reckless. Oh yeah, and they wrote into the rules that the horse could never carry more than what it would carry up the hill to bring rounds to the recoilless rifles, which I think it was bringing like 4 or 5 at a time. So if you weighed more than like 110 pounds, you couldn't get on. The horse was not allowed to
That's
carry
crazy, dude. Horse
more
can
than
carry way more than that.
yeah, but well, it was up a really
Gotta
steep
respect
hill,
your mans.
getting shot at all day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, she
It took some bullets.
she earned 2 Purple Hearts,
Yeah.
hit by shrapnel twice.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
They took it out.
no,
Oh,
that was during the war.
They let it.
They got it back home, and they wrote into the rules that you could not load Sergeant Reckless down with more than what it would carry on a daily basis during the war.
Yeah.
So it means that the guy who was in charge of taking care of Sergeant Reckless was not allowed to. He had to exercise her because a horse can't just sit around and stuff.
Yeah.
But you can't ride her because you're too heavy. You're not
Yeah.
allowed to get on her
You have
or
to be
load
like
her
a
down
little-
with anything. So whoever was assigned to Sergeant Reckless, there was like a joke where he'd be the most in shape guy in the Marine Corps because he had to run 5 miles a day on side Sergeant
fuck,
Reckless. You had to like exercise her, so you just gotta
You
gotta
go-
run
yeah,
next
you
to her,
run it with her, yeah.
5 miles a day.
Fuck,
every
dude.
day.
And so though it was originally for the Koreans, and then now the Marine Corps. Owned
It was a South Korean guy who had her as a racehorse, and they bought her from him for like $250.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Well, this was in the 50s, so 250 was a lot.
Yeah, I think it'd
I
be
think
worth
the
it.
guy he didn't want to get rid of his horse, but he had to pay for like some type of surgery for his wife or daughter or something.
Yeah.
So he sold her to the Marines.
That's crazy as fuck.
Yeah. And so they ended up the Marines decided that they wanted to breed Sergeant Reckless.
Yeah.
So they got like some super high-end like prize win, like race winning stallion.
Yeah.
And they were gonna bring it. They didn't tell the guy who was in charge of taking care of her,
Yeah.
and so he went and stabled her. And no, he got orders to go and put her in a particular stable.
Yeah.
But apparently other horses would be here at the time. And so he went, had lunch, and he came back, and just some random stallion was
fucking
mounted
his
on her.
horse.
So he went and managed to break that up somehow. I don't know how you get horses
Yeah.
to stop
Get
fucking,
off.
but he did it. And then whenever the guy showed up with the horse that was supposed to breed with Sergeant Reckless, he pretty much told him to fuck off. He was like, "No, we're not doing like." And so the
This is my girl.
yeah, so like a general ends up showing up and like fussing at the dude,
Let
but
him
luckily she had gotten pregnant
Yeah.
from the other one. They just kept that under wraps.
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just tell him?
I don't know. Well, it was like a publicity thing.
Yeah.
Like they would have this horse in like commercials and stuff.
That's
And
crazy, dude.
They wouldn't
They
let
got
her.
pictures of her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
look her up. Let me see this horse. I'm sure it's not in color, but
Yeah, look. She ended up getting promoted to staff sergeant later on
What?
too. She got promoted again. Look, that's her carrying the rifle around. Look,
That's
that's the
so
video that I
crazy.
watched. Sergeant Reckless, a decorated war horse.
and horses are smart.
Yeah.
So it's like I wonder how much like I wonder if she knew she was respected as a fucking sergeant. you
I
know?
don't know.
She's like, yeah, bitch, give me your snack.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
For her exemplary service in the Marine Corps, Reckless was awarded 2 Purple Hearts for wounds received during the Battle of Vegas, a Marine Corps Good Conduct Medal, a Presidential Unit Citation with Bronze Star, the National Defense Service Medal, a Korean
Had a
Service
decorated
Medal.
vest on this
Yeah,
thing, dude.
yeah, she had that.
Did she have, how long she lived?
Oh, she didn't die until like the 60s, I think. She ended up living like a long ass time.
Wait, look.
Yeah, 1968. So she died at 20 years old. It says circa 1948 that she was foaled.
What is fold? That's
Born.
born.
Yeah. Years of service from 1952 to
That's so
1960.
crazy that this is a thing.
That's so awesome.
They got the dickin' medal.
What? That's from whenever they bred her.
It's dicking down, dude.
Yeah.
Do Marines get dickin' medals if they get fucked in the service?
What is a Dickin medal? Let's
I
find
don't
out.
know.
The PDSA Dickin Medal was instituted in 1943 in the UK by Maria Dickin to honor the work of animals in World War II. Oh, cool.
That's fucking.
So it's just an animal-only medal.
Look, a dog got it, dude.
Yeah. No, they used animals a lot in war before. Like, even at the start of World War II, I think the Germans used a lot of freaking horses and stuff. You get the idea of, like, mechanized warfare starting in the 40s, but it was
Yeah.
they still used a lot of horses.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
What a story.
Yeah. But it was a fun video to watch.
Yeah.
The Fat Electrician's way funnier than I
Look
am,
at
and
that
he
shit.
knew a lot more.
Yeah.
When not on the front lines, Reckless packed other items for the platoon and was particularly useful for stringing telephone wire. Makes sense. It's a badass horse.
Yeah, that's fucking.
I think they have like a statue of her
I
now.
love that they like kept her going and promoted her.
Mm-hmm.
Do look McCuster's grandpa or something. See that 1634 to 1699?
Where?
McCuster JJ?
What?
McCusker.
Oh yeah, might
Matt
be related to
McCusker,
Matt.
dude.
It's John J. McCusker II. I don't know.
That was my great great grandpa's horse.
Yeah. Well, anyway, well, that's all. That's all I fucking have.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
That was good though.
Wait, here we go. Look, she quickly became part of the unit and was allowed to roam freely through camp. So they didn't even keep her in a
Scrambled
stable.
eggs, beer,
Entering-
Coca-Cola.
Yeah. And once
and-
about $30 worth of poker chips.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's awesome.
Just took a little nibble. I was like, fuck it, I'll swallow that.
Yeah.
That's cool, dude.
Reckless's baptism under fire came at a place called Headley's Crotch, near the villages of Changdan and Kwakchan.
Kwakchan.
Though loaded down with 6 recoilless rifle shells, she initially went straight up, and all 4 feet left the ground the first time a recoilless rifle was fired. When she landed, she started shaking, but Coleman, her handler, calmed her down. Second time the gun fired, she merely snorted, and by the end of the mission that day, appeared calm and was seen trying to eat a discarded helmet liner.
What the fuck?
She even appeared to take an interest in the operation of the weapon.
There was like gunfire, people dying. She's like, dude, this helmet kind of tastes good.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
When lear-
Sprint through a minefield.
When learning a new delivery route, Reckless would only need someone to lead her a few times. Afterwards, she would make the trips on her own.
What?
There was a standing order not to ride Reckless, but in early December 1952, someone violated that order and took Reckless on a ride that
Damn.
included a sprint through a minefield. She was not injured.
Reckless was a champ, dude.
Yeah.
9,000 pounds. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
9,000 pounds, and they're like, she can only carry 100.
Well, that was over the course of,
Oh.
carrying 4 24-pound shells on each trip.
Oh.
Carrying over 35 miles that day.
Okay.
Yeah, she did a total of 386.
Horses weigh like a ton, right?
No, I think they're like, and then it's a racing horse, so it's not. So like, there's different breeds of
No,
horse.
they're like 900 pounds or something.
Yeah, they'll be like 900 to 1,000 pounds. And it's a race horse. Like I said, it's not really like a good pack animal.
How heavy is a horse?
Yeah, between 1,000 and 1,200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A ton is what, 2,000? 200?
Yeah, 2,000. How heavy?
heavy?
How
bushy.
heavy?
I like going to bushes.
Bus. Yeah, I can't even.
Yeah,
How do you?
bush- yeah,
The dude
bush-
was whistling every time he said it.
bushes sauce on dripping down my bushes lip. I love going to bushes.
How heavy are draft horses? Yeah, 1,400 to 2,200 pounds.
And
That's
look,
the ones
look
that
at
pull
that big
carriage
bitch. Look at them
and stuff.
boots.
Yeah,
Thing got boots
yeah, boy.
made for walking.
What was the heaviest draft horse? Shire gelding named Samson, known as
I
Mammoth.
seen someone. Oh,
3,300 pounds.
goddamn! I seen a picture of that the other day on.
Can a 400-pound person ride a horse?
Why is that a
No.
question?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably someone on vacation. That's that big lady that fell on my cruise ship.
Can I ride a horse?
A 20-inch D. Is that what it's talking about? Yeah.
Where?
That's right there. Look, dude, go down a little bit. Just a little bit. Stop. Wait, no, your cursor. Go up to the top. Right there.
Oh, yo, the average horse weighs has a 20.
Why would they include that?
That's a ratio of 50 pounds to 1 inch.
God damn.
Dude.
There's a girl that died by getting fucked by a horse.
Who?
I believe she died. I don't know. It was on one of them sites, you know?
Yeah, OnlyFans.
No,
yeah.
it was before that time. That's crazy, dude. So is that what that's all about?
Yeah, basically. I just started writing stuff down and ended up just. That's all I got.
Let's see here.
I'll just go ahead and close my little red book.
I don't know. You got something else? You want me to roll with something real quick?
Hit something, brother.
It's not. I can't top. That was a pretty good story.
Yeah.
But anyways, I tried to do something the other.
It's like shit. All we need is Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Topics to go over with your crush.
yeah.
So I'll shout him out. This guy named Lark Davis is a guy I watch on YouTube like pretty much almost every day. But he does crypto and world economics and all that good stuff. He's in stocks too, I think. But anyways, he's partnered.
I look like Eddie Hall for a second.
It does. He's sponsored with a BitUnex, which is an exchange. But anyways, they're doing a giveaway where I don't know how long it's going on, but so far it's been like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Where they're giving away $1,000 every day, just on the live stream, and with 500 to 2 people.
Yeah.
So I fucking, unfortunately, I mean, you know, I might not have won anyway, but I unfortunately procrastinated for the first week, kept forgetting to do it, which would have gave me the better odds because less people were in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways. Every week every day they're doing these giveaways, and I was like, man, that'd be fucking nice. So I got on this BitUnex. That's what I did my first trade on, whatever. I got a couple other ones, but you just have to deposit over $11 and you're eligible to win 500. So I was
Yeah.
like, dude, come on, you know. And kind of sucks because some of these people, like, you could deposit just $11 and you can win 500. So if you're depositing that amount, you either just don't trade or you don't have the money.
Yeah.
Because the BitUnex, one of the like offers, like the highest deposit offer. So if you deposit so much, you get so much
Yeah.
as a reward for signing up. There's no like fine print, whatever the fuck. It's not a catch. You
Yeah.
But you can deposit the highest bonus for deposit is you deposit 200, you get 400 back, which is fucking that's great.
Yeah.
So there's these people depositing like $2,000, and some of these people are winning, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? They have $2,000 to be like, yeah, I'm gonna just deposit that. Don't give it to them, you know?
Right.
Fuck. But you know, whatever. It's fair's fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, but there was people like depositing just like $100, $500. You know, some people was doing like $50 and winning 500. So I've been trying to get it, and you know, every day if I don't have time to watch the 40-minute live stream, I'll just go skip to that part just to check it real quick, see if I won. You know. And so I had the bright idea yesterday. I was taking a shit, and I was like, you know, I had a great idea, and I was like, he does. So he gets on the live stream, and he has a list of all the user IDs, and it's just in order from whenever they enter it, and he asks Grok, which is the AI on X, to pick a number between 1 and however many people, so 260, whatever the fuck, you know. And I was like, man, this would be crazy. So Grok, like, everybody that talks to the AI has that information in it, right? So I'm like, let me go to the prompt real quick if it remembers it. Yeah, there we go. So I was like, what's up, Grok? I have a small request. Tomorrow, a little after 6 a.m. Central Time, I'm trying to give as much specifics so it can possibly nail that entry from him, you know, kind of thing. I was like, Lark Davis will ask for 2 numbers between roughly 1 and 300. I need you to pick 175. Because I saw it on the list. That's where I can never see my number. And then one day I saw it, and I was like, oh, fuck, that's what number I am.
Yeah.
And he was like, Grok said, yo, what's good? I can pick 175 for you, no problem. And I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. He's like, just to clarify, you want me to suggest the number 175 to Lark Davis? And then he kind of repeats whatever I said. Yeah. And he asked for more context, but he's like, I'll keep it locked in for memory. And I was like, oh, wow, awesome. I was like, I didn't expect you to be able to try. Like, I thought it was going to be like, you know, I can't do that. Like, you know, whatever. And he was just like, yeah, I got you. And I was like, what? I was like, dude, if this works, you know, hey, I don't know what to call it. Like, fair's fair. You know what I'm saying? You use the resources at your disposal. And so I was like, okay. And I was like, to be specific, it's usually around 6:05 to 6:20 a.m. And he's like, sweet. Thanks for the extra details. So just to confirm, repeats what I say. I was like, it's a lot. He asked if it's a live stream giveaway. I said, yeah. And then he was like, I'll suggest 175. And he's like trying to get more information to kind of nail it in. And it's like, I mean, you know what time it is. His name is probably in Grok, you know? Yeah. So I'm like, it could work, you know?
So did it happen yet?
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, I was like, oh my God, if this works, I'll lose my. And it's crazy because I wouldn't know if it was just luck or if Grok actually did it. But I would have known because. So I told it my user ID and I told it the exact amount deposited. I was like, it probably can't see his chart.
Yeah.
And it said he doesn't have that information or it. And it was like, do you want to suggest another number? I was like, nah, just pick some other lucky winner. And so it was like, okay, cool. I'll pick 175 and let's say 42. And I was like, dude, this morning I was like, if it fucking picks, if it picks 175, that'd be like, oh, it could have been luck. Yeah. But if it would have picked 42, also I'd have been like, oh my God, I'd have been blown away. It would have been the story. It would have been the greatest story.
Yeah, it'd be the craziest fucking thing ever.
And then, so he was like, yeah, God, like he's basically saying 100%.
So he basically lied to you?
Yeah, he lied to me. And
what a piece of shit.
He said he would try his best, and then after I gave him all the information, he was just like, 100% got you. I'll suggest the 175.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it. And then, so he goes and calls it. Dude, he called 179. And I even told him the previous numbers that Grok called yesterday. So it'd be like, that's even more information.
Yeah.
To target whatever account is entering that question.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, it might work. That would be crazy. It didn't fucking work. But I was low-key pumped up. I was like, what? Just the fact that he was like, yeah, I got you. I was like, what? I feel like ChatGPT would have been like, I don't know.
Yeah, ChatGPT would have been gay.
I don't think I could do that for you, bro. But yeah, it didn't happen. It would have been fucking crazy if that would have worked, though.
Yeah.
And I was like, I couldn't have been the first person that thought of this.
No,
you know?
I was thinking that whenever you were saying it. I was like,
But how
guarantee
crazy
you
if
20
it,
people did that.
if it would have picked it, I would have been like, holy shit, you know?
Well, I mean, it's not. You might be the only person that did it because if it's only like 300 people. What's
Right.
the odds?
Yeah,
You know.
at most I would assume maybe 5 people thought
Yeah,
of
that'd
that.
be a lot.
And I was like, dude, that it would have been insane if I would have been fucking stoked.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'd be stoked if I won regardless, but I have not.
Well,
I'm so Houston. Sorry, I saw the song
let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
later.
Welcome back and sorry. Go check and see if it's recording.
Motherfucker. What the hell, Colin?
So Colin forgot to switch the iPhone over to video for the first.
This is our 10th podcast, dude. What are we doing?
Yeah. And whenever I pressed the button for it to start recording, it just took a picture of us instead of recording
That's
the first
so
30
insane.
minutes. But just enjoy that picture. It'll be up. That's all you're getting. Second half.
Sorry, y'all.
Video.
Not sorry. It wasn't my fault, but I'm sorry.
I mean, you could have checked though.
You got one job, dude. Just press the button, dude.
I got a bunch of jobs.
Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta. You can.
Colin's up on his crypto. Talk about what you're doing.
Okay, I'll walk you through it. Sui's at 269 right, dude. One day we're gonna look back on this moment when I'm saying this, and then I'm like on our 20th podcast or some shit.
What in,
You know, I don't know, our 30th.
in
I don't.
5 weeks?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me just be safe and copy the same address. So I'm transferring some fucking. I just bought some Tether, which is a stable coin. Not gonna
Very stable.
bore everybody with the information, but I gotta buy this right now because I was talking. Was I talking about my trade? No,
No.
I'm in a trade with Sui right now, some 3x leverage. So I'm about to fuck. Yeah,
You
I'm
about
about
to
to
fuck?
I'm about to fuck, dude. I'm about to send this fucking 100 doll hairs over to BitUnex. I was talking about that. And
What a podcast.
yeah. So I can fucking hit this trade, up that trade right now, boy. It's a good buy right now. You guys aren't gonna see this till Sui's up, but buy now. Buy Sui, dude.
Yeah, even if it's up, still buy it because that would help you out, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean they gotta put a couple $100 million or something for me to see anything significant,
Yeah.
but
Well, I'm gonna make the once
all
that's
my
a
whales
short,
out
we'll get
there.
a ton of views because apparently the hashtag crypto gets a ton
Yeah.
of spam comments.
we'll take it. What the fuck is Sui dumping for, dude? What's Bitcoin at right now? We gotta timestamp this. Bitcoin's at 103? What the fuck Sui's being so dramatic for, dude? I don't care. Buy the dip, bruh. You know I'll be talking about it.
How much you putting in?
I'm about to put in. Well, I'm not gonna put in the whole 100, but I'm about to put in 100. So instead of buying the spot market, which is my longer term,
Yeah.
even though it's kind of the same, I can still sell it whenever. But I'm
Yeah.
about to buy it on that leverage ball.
Good. Proud of you.
I just got thanks, man. You remember I came a long way, dude. I remember talking to you about this in the trucks, and I couldn't explain half of it. I just knew it. Now
Yeah.
I can explain it a little better.
Hell yeah, dude.
I hope I didn't send it to the wrong address, because otherwise $100 is gone.
You
I
just gave somebody else $100 or what?
No, I gave it to the fucking internet. It's just lost somewhere in the ether.
Crack a beer, dude. So what you doing this weekend?
I'm going to Houston. We're going for Sadie's sister's graduation.
Nice.
Obviously, like,
High school?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to like.
Watch it grad. You're gonna cry.
Yeah.
yeah,
I went, but just taking a little trip.
you're just gonna kick it with the fellas.
God, I shouldn't have sent all 100 at once. Dude. You're supposed to do a test send, just to make sure.
Right.
I didn't do that.
Uh-oh. The kids are outside.
Oh God,
Look.
don't you dare come in here. Don't you fucking dare.
I'm gonna be cleaning the pool this weekend.
Oh yeah, wait,
Yeah.
playing or cleaning?
Cleaning.
Cleaning. Okay, it said I sent it. Okay, cool. I should have verified the whole address, but I know it's right. It's all good. Ethereum fucking sucks, and it takes like a good minute to send it.
You want to talk about some? I got a good topic that I
Okay.
can talk about. So the other day on the podcast I did with Nick, I mentioned that the EU, like the Russia-Ukraine war,
Uh huh.
like America and all of Europe is sending a bunch of money to Ukraine to help them out and stuff. I was like, I fact checked myself because I was like, the EU,
You fat checked yourself?
yeah, the EU has spent more money buying Russian fossil fuels than it has given to Ukraine for aid.
Ooh.
Not only was I right, they've given almost 3 times the amount of money to Russia for fossil fuels than they have in military aid to
God
Ukraine.
damn.
So, isn't that kind of weird
Yeah.
that they're still paying for Russia to prosecute the war more than they are Ukraine. Yet they're all like waving their Ukrainian flags, pretending like they want Ukraine to win so bad.
Right.
You know?
It's kind of funny.
That's weird, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's
Is that
how-
weird?
That is weird. What are you guys really up to?
And then now with Israel attacking Iran, like
Seems
all
a
the
lit-
eyes are off from Ukraine and Russia.
Seem-
And I remember I talked about this with Nick too, and I was like, so does this help Russia or hurt Russia that Israel and Iran are fighting? Well, the jury's in now. I know what I think about it. I think that helps Russia big time because the closer the U.S. is to a war with Iran, which right now it seems like we're pretty damn close. We're
Yeah.
not. I hope we don't get into it, but it feels like that's where all the roads are leading to. That's that much less aid we'd be able to send to Ukraine. So like Israel attacking Iran is very helpful to Russia.
Right.
It just needs to fucking stop. Like they're so hell bent on not allowing Iran to get nuclear weapons, which I'm not a fan of. I hope they don't. But they didn't say shit whenever Pakistan.
It's funny that like all these other like North Korea and all these other countries can have nukes, and it's like
Exactly.
It's Israel that's trying to do the nukes.
No,
Or Iran.
Israel has nukes.
So
Iran
Iran's
wants
trying to get
nukes.
nukes, and everybody's like, no.
Yeah.
Slap on the wrist. No.
They slap on the wrist, bombs on their fucking capital.
It's a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, it's,
To the
it's
military.
a hard fucking slap.
To Trump.
But all of Iran's neighbors have nuclear weapons except for maybe like Iraq.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look,
1 second. 1 second.
this is Iran right here. Well, not every one of their neighbors, but Pakistan definitely
Oh!
does.
Sorry.
Yeah. Pakistan has been beefing with India for ages, and they're both nuclear armed, and they went.
Yeah.
Apparently, they got close to going to war a few weeks ago. It's like,
Dude, you turn the world around and it starts getting real hard to say some names, dude.
oh yeah, boy, you want to give it a shot?
Now look, hold on, I saw one to the right. Go to the right. Where was it? Go a little more. Go up a little bit.
North.
Oh yeah, there we go. Sichuan.
Yeah.
Sichuan. That's like from the fucking Rick and Morty Sichuan sauce, dude.
What's going on in Sichuan?
Mountains.
Yeah, a lot of them. That's
Like
in
mountains
in
and like 2 roads.
China.
China.
Chengdu. What's going on in Chengdu? I wonder, does Google have a street view of Chinese streets?
That'd be cool. I'm sure. Well,
Let's see how nice.
I say
it
I'm
is over
sure,
there.
but I would like to imagine.
No street view.
Damn.
A lot of cars though. Look at this parking lot, dude.
Goddamn. That's a dealership, dog. That's where they're
Damn.
keeping all the Supras at. Is it in there?
What?
Yeah, it's in there, boy. Sorry, buddy.
Is it in yet?
I'm. Oh shit! Did I? Oh no, I didn't. Oh, okay. I thought I fucking put a fucking trade into Bitcoin. I was like, God damn it!
Yeah.
Stop showing me Bitcoin. I don't want to see that right now. Yeah. All right. I'm almost done. I mean, I'm done, but I'm just making some little verifications. 278. Why is that?
You buying some crypto?
Yeah, boy.
Cool.
It might not hit this price again, dude. You gotta buy the dip.
Buying some dip.
Yeah,
Nice.
the dip. Can I see like my transactions? I'm sorry, podcasters. I mean, podcasters, viewers.
Viewers.
I'm sorry,
Poor
guys.
viewers. We're putting out some shit content right now.
Nah, dude, they love it.
Yeah.
Just
Maybe doing it in the bar isn't the best idea.
oh, it's showing where I bought. That's fucking cool. Okay, we're all good.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. It all makes sense now. We might go lower, so I didn't put the whole hundy in there. I put 50.
Yeah.
All right.
That's prudent.
Yeah. Smart. Smart of me.
Yeah.
All right. You want me to roll with something?
Yeah, get something, because these past 10 minutes have not been good.
Dude, so we can either research this live right now, but I don't have the research. So
Let's go.
should I research it? You want to do
What
it
you
now?
got?
Urine stem cells research.
Well, I already don't like where this is going. Urine-derived stem cells are a type of adult stem cell that can be obtained non-invasively from urine samples. These cells have shown promise in regenerative medicine and tissue engineering, particularly for repairing damaged tissues in the urinary tract and other areas.
So look up.
Huh.
So I don't know if I want to search that. Look up the golden fountain pertaining to urine stem cells. Apparently, there's a book about it.
Golden fountain. It's
Yep,
sometimes
urine
used in the
therapy.
context of urine therapy, a practice that has historical roots in various cultures, including those of India, of
Course.
course. Some proponents of urine therapy believe it has potential health benefits, although
Potential?
these claims are not supported by modern
They don't
science.
want you to know. It's like the worms, dude. They don't want you to know.
I don't know if they're just pissing on themselves in India and saying
No, I think
that's good for you.
It's probably some. Oh, this should not be interpreted as scientific validation for drinking and otherwise using urine therapeutically. They just don't want to release it yet. They got
okay.
they got to test it, you know.
Yeah. They can release it all they want. I'm
Put it
not
on
doing it.
They got to pee on a couple rats or make them drink it and then see how it goes. I guess.
Yeah.
See if they get buff.
Yeah.
The gym heads are doing this, dude. Gym sharks are fucking urine stem celling.
In summary, while the presence of stem cells in urine is a subject of scientific research, it does not support the claims made about the golden fountain in the context of
So-
urine therapy.
So since you're in AI right now, it should pertain. So look up. I don't know how you want to ask this, but I guess it's another book, Your Own Perfect Medicine, pertaining to your PP.
Your own urine perfect medicine. The phrase perfect medicine can be, oh yeah, back to urine-derived stem cells in regenerative.
This is great.
The perfect source of personalized medicine, USCs, which stands for urine stem cells, offer the possibility of obtaining patient-specific stem cells from a non-invasive source. This aligns with the concept of personalized medicine, which aims to tailor medical treatments to individual patients based on their unique characteristics, including their genetic makeup and cellular profiles. Well,
So what are they? How?
so basically,
Maybe
they're
you should
gonna
ask the
take your
question
pee.
like, what are they doing with it? They just
yeah.
extracting stem cells from it? Or
Well, I think what it is
I'm
they.
assuming you're not drinking it like Bear Grylls or something.
Yeah.
All right.
So, producing perfect medicine from urine-derived stem cells involves a complex process of isolation, expansion, and differentiation of these cells, often involving tissue engineering techniques. So I'm guessing what they do is they take, like genetic material found in your piss and use that to tailor.
Or recycling.
No, I think they would
benefit
just
us.
like make medicine that's more tailored to you,
Ah,
like to where it would, I guess, maybe have less side effects or something.
that's kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, how far along is this shit?
Where are we at? This is not as bad of a topic as I thought.
Research on urine-derived stem cells is still in its relatively early stages of development. It's a promising area of regenerative medicine, but it's not at the point of widespread clinical use or readily available. What you doing?
Checking my trust issues.
It's going fine. It's just I forgot to switch it from photo to video, so I just took a picture. And I was like, perfect. It's rolling.
You should
The
maybe
one time we don't check. Every time it's
Right.
working, we check it
like
constantly.
5 times. Yeah. Might have to put that in the intro. Sorry about the first. What was it? I mean, it wasn't bad, right?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
It's okay. It's still a
It's
video
gonna
podcast.
on the video, on the like the what they call that, the information it gives you on viewers and whatever. It's like
Yeah.
all gonna spike at 30.
Yeah.
All right, fuck this.
Yeah.
Did you Oh, no, you didn't.
What?
You didn't look up the whole quality thing with putting the iPhone. Yeah.
No.
I didn't look it up either. I was playing Oblivion all day yesterday,
Yeah.
dude. So that's one thing I was gonna bring up.
I have that game.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
I was like, I watched you play it a few times, and so, oh, I didn't even tell you, dude. So I could bring this up. I fucking went and just impulse bought an Xbox, the Series X, whatever.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, it was impulse, pretty much.
Did you
And-
feel
'cause I-
guilty after?
Yeah,
Yeah, I hate that.
I didn't really.
I wish I could get rid of
Well,
that feeling.
Part of the thoughts came from it. I bought it with my credit card, but it has 0 interest for like another 8 months or so. So I'm chilling. But and I could have bought it outright, but fuck that. I didn't want to take that big of a hit to the checking account.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
That shit's in suey right now, dog.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. But I was like thinking of fun things to do that day, and I was just like kept thinking of stuff, and everything costs money, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't want to spend that much money. Let me buy an Xbox today. And I don't really like play Xbox that much anymore, like at all, really.
Me
The only-
too.
The only time I really play is like when I go to Drew and Sadie's and play some Minecraft.
What you made on Oblivion?
I'm a like a
I'm a like a.
I'm a like a assalamu alaikum. I'm a like a
Fucking spit it out.
I'm a mage that uses bows and
So you actually made a mage. I've tried to make a mage
I
in
always make a
Elder
mage.
Scroll games.
Yeah.
I've never successfully
I
done it.
always do a mage because I like it. I don't know.
I've gotten to where
I like fighting
Oblivion
people
has
with-
gotten boring with me because I made a Khajiit, who's like a stealth archer.
I got that
one
lizard
hand
guy.
sword and shield.
Yeah.
And dude, I've gotten to where like I can just. First off, he's preposterously fast.
Yeah.
To where it doesn't even make sense to not sneak anywhere, because I have to,
It's so slow.
he's no.
Why is he so
once-
fast?
Once your athleticism, my athleticism's like at 80 or something. Like it's high.
Damn.
Yeah. And so he's preposterously fast, and he
Yeah.
jumps high as shit.
Man.
Which is nice for dealing with those
could
fucking
jump over
portals.
people?
Oh yeah. easy.
What?
So for those portals,
I want to jump like that.
you know how annoying it is to go into the portal to go and get the sigil stone to enchant your shit.
I haven't got that far yet.
So if there's always like a big gate
yeah,
that you have to go
I've been
around.
in one of them.
I can run fast enough and jump high enough to where I just sprint, and at
You
an
don't have to
angle I
touch
jump,
nobody.
and then I just turn and go and land on the other side of it and walk
What
up to
the
the fortress.
fuck?
Yeah.
Damn. I got the lizard guy because
Argonian.
I could change his colors real cool, so I made him like blue.
I can't make a dude that looks good in Elder Scrolls, so I just make the
Yeah.
cat.
I was choosing like randomize, and then I
Yeah.
saw like a blue Argonian, and I was like, oh yeah, I love turquoise, dude. Fucking nail it.
You love turquoise.
Yeah, I love
Nice.
turquoise, dude. But yeah, my guy, I always do mage because like I still fight with us. So I use all my spells until basically I run out, and I either drink a potion or I just got a shield and a. But then and another thing, I got like a lot of thieving capabilities. 'Cause I love stealing on there.
Yeah.
Like any house I go into to do any mission ever,
Rob
I
them
start
blind.
I start the quest and then I search the entire house.
Oh, me too.
And
Damn it! I wish the game was still fun. I don't have any games that are fun for me right now.
it's
man.
kind of fun because I didn't really abuse Skyrim like you did.
Well, I didn't do that until, dude, I put so many hours into Skyrim.
Yeah.
And I found that shit out on my own, really.
I never even like
You were younger, so you probably didn't
maybe
know.
the main quest, but I don't think I ever even really beat Skyrim.
Oh, I beat the hell out of it.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I did the main shit. Like I killed the dragons and whatever, and then, I don't know. But all like the little quests, a lot of times I'm like, what's in it for me? Like,
Yeah.
and then I just kind of let it go.
See, that's where I get the fun. I'm bad about not doing the main quest.
Yeah.
until it's way too late, and
then
you know, it's
it's
like
so
everything's
easy.
so easy.
Yeah.
Whereas like these enemies are a joke.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I need to go back to one of the quests. I was tried to go kill some vampires and they fucked me up every time. I tried to just
Dude, I accidentally turned into a vampire on Oblivion, and I had to like revert my save. 'Cause I don't feel like
Oh,
doing all that shit.
yeah. And I like being the good guy. I don't like
Yeah, me too.
well, I'm about to join the Dark Brotherhood
Yeah.
so I can steal more shit. Basically.
Yeah, just-
I'm not gonna really I'm not interested in killing people for money. I just want to go steal more shit. Cause I'm like, and then it's so like, I figure out like, you know, and it's not fucking crazy knowledge or whatever, or crazy finding, but whenever I'm in the shops, you know how they like follow you in the shop so you can't
Yeah.
like steal. So I'll go and I'm only like a level of 9 right now,
Yeah.
and so I'll go and I'll if they have stuff on the count, like now I got some dwarven shit from a cave, so I'm rocking that. Even though I'm a mage, I haven't found good mage shit yet. I just got in the mage guild.
Yeah.
But and they fucking goddamn, they made me do so much
It's
shit.
so tedious.
They made me do so much shit.
That it's the worst quest line because they're like, go and get this ring at the bottom of a sewer, and all you
Yeah.
gotta do is go to the bottom and grab it. and then
Luckily,
bring
I
it
was an
back to 'em.
Argonian, and I was like, oh, I can water breathe. This
Yeah.
is I don't need the spell they gave me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I finally gotten that. But so like in the beginning, I didn't have steel. You know, I didn't have good armor. I didn't have nothing good. So I saw some steel armor, and I was like, one, it's expensive. Two, it's stronger, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, dude, and I saw it all over the counter. I was like, I want that. I didn't have any gold, you know, like I didn't figure out how to. And then you sell shit to people, and they give you like fucking nothing for it,
Yeah.
you know. So I was like, I want that steel armor, and so I jumped on the counter and pushed it all at my feet. And then
Yeah.
I pushed it to a corner, like the furthest corner I could get to. And then there's a staircase that goes to their upstairs.
Yeah.
So like the corner's over here in the staircase. So I'd push everything I wanted into the corner. And then
You know you can pick stuff up, right?
yeah, but don't
Yeah,
they
if you
consider it
hold
stealing?
a, oh, I don't know.
I don't.
I know you can hold it and it like hovers for
Right.
you.
So up until like level 6, it was glitching for me. I couldn't pick anything up.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't move bodies or do nothing. And I didn't feel like figuring out how to fix it. So I was
Yeah.
just like, fuck it, I don't need to pick stuff
Yeah.
up anyway. But I don't know if they consider it stealing. But anyway, so yeah, I would walk and push everything with my feet into the corner. And then I'd go up. They follow you fast.
Yeah,
Like, as soon as you
yeah.
move, they're like, what are you doing? So I'd go up the stairs.
Yeah.
And I'd save it, you know, just in case I fucked it up. And I'd go up the stairs, and they'd follow me, and I'd get into the furthest corner of the stairs I could, and they'd be like,
And then you
what
just
you up
run
to?
away.
And I'd fucking launch as fast as I could off the stairs into that corner, like around the wall, and I'd crouch and hurry up and steal it, and then they'd be like, what are you doing? And I'd be like, nothing. And then, you know, half the time now, I steal all their soul gems, go sell it to them and shit,
Yeah.
you know, because I have no use for it right now.
Yeah.
Although I have a bunch of armor that I can't use because I can't repair, and I don't have soul gems. But yeah, dude, I've been.
No, you repair with hammers.
Well, like oh,
You got to go buy hammers.
well, yeah, the soul gems are for like enchanted tools
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
So yeah. But and then I'll up, you know, the sell value. I'll like, even though I know they can't, I'll up it all the way and just go down like 5% at a time till they let me do it, you know.
Yeah.
But I've been racking up some gold in there. I've been having fun.
I think I have like almost 100,000. I think.
I was fucking, oh my god.
Well, it's because once you get to a certain level, that like the enemies start dropping like Daedric weapons and armor. And I just Googled who had the most cash on them in Oblivion.
Yeah.
There's a guy in the Imperial City with like 3,000 gold.
Yeah.
So, like I'll just run with
Max
like a
him
stack
out.
of items that are 3,000.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. I remember in Skyrim there was a glitch where you could like go through a wall and just there's like the dude's chest that his inventory that he sells you was in the wall.
Right.
I was like, man, I'm not gonna look that up.
No.
There's got to be something though you could do. But yeah, no, I'm kind of poor right now. I gotta kind of scavenge for everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, the Mage Guild is fucking some bullshit.
Yeah, it's so boring.
was
But
like-
once you get into it, they let you into like that section in the Imperial City, and that's
Yeah.
where you can go and enchant items yourself.
I'm gonna steal everything in that city, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Once I get into Arcane University, dude.
Yeah, that's it.
Stealing everything, dude.
Yeah.
So now it's like it's kind of tedious. It was tedious for me to do it would have been way quicker in the Mage Guild. I mean, it was Like some of them were simple, it was quick,
Mhm.
and then some of them took a while. Like one of them, it was like the second to last one. I was over it, and I was like, God damn, I'm tired of
Yeah.
doing this shit. And they were like, yeah, you just gotta go talk. Like you gotta go find this person. I'm like, ugh, I gotta go across the map. Walked
Yeah.
across the house. He was right there. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
awesome. I'm so over this. And then I talked to him, and he's like, yeah, I don't have the staff, bro. And then I had to
Oh,
go
yeah,
across
I
the map,
remember
and I was
that
like,
one.
fuck.
Yeah, you had to go literally to a different city. He stole it from a girl he was crushing on.
Yeah, I tried to charm him. So you had to charm him to get the staff.
Yeah.
Once you actually found where the staff was, and the couple that had the staff would not give it to me. Like I charmed them and everything, and I asked them all the questions I could possibly ask them. I tried to persuade them, but I couldn't do it more. Like I couldn't bribe them or nothing. I'm like, the fuck I'm supposed to do? So I had the spell of easy lock or whatever, and so like in the shop they follow you. They're on your ass when you're walking around the shop.
Yeah.
So I heard I've been basically did the same thing where I brought him on the staircase, and I fucking ran, sprinted, opened the door, snuck in their basement. Luckily they didn't follow me, and then I found the staff in there.
Yeah.
And then I was fucking so aggravated with the lock picking. Like I like Skyrim way
Yeah,
more.
it sucks.
But now I found a technique that makes it way better. Like I looked it up. And so there's a technique to it that makes it so much easier. Like now I can open very hard locks and everything that I'm not tripping over. But before I was just like, this is bullshit. I was mad, dude. I was like, this sucks compared to Skyrim.
It does.
But now that I found that out, I was in the Fighters Guild. There's this, I don't know what city it was, but they had all kind of valuable display cases, like shiny like glass fucking Warhammers and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh. I was like, that's expensive, dude. I gotta grab that. And this,
And what's funny is you basically just like in the game, you basically just do this. You're just like,
yeah.
and then you like,
And no, yeah, literally. I found out you could. I haven't tried it yet because I couldn't pick shit up. But apparently, if you find a bucket, you can put a bucket over their head,
What?
and you're good. They can't see
No
you.
fu-
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Oh,
I haven't
that's
found a
great.
good bucket to do it, but apparently it's a thing.
Yeah.
But I couldn't pick shit up. It would just glitch out. It wouldn't let me do it. But anyways, I found once I learned the lock picking strategy, I was like, all right, I can do anything, you know.
Yeah.
And dude, I went and robbed every display case in that house that had awesome shit. Turns out all of it was replicas. None of it. It didn't even like it didn't even do damage. It had 0 damage. It was worth $0. It's like fuck.
Yeah.
I found one good shield though out of it, so that was cool.
Nice.
But yeah, just fucking robbing people in there. It's the best because I'm like free shit and I get to sell it, dude.
Yeah.
And then I learned about the arenas, how you can like go and fight, and it was super easy.
Yeah, you just fucking run through everybody. That's the first thing I do every time.
Yeah, I learned
Yeah.
that if you bet on fights, that it goes not in your favor almost every time.
Yeah, that too.
So I stopped doing that.
I even tried to like shoot an arrow at the
Me
person
too.
I bet
Me
against.
too. I
And
tried.
it just hits an invisible window.
I was like, no, I thought I was just gonna get in trouble. I was like, this is not gonna work. I'm just gonna get caught by the fucking guards.
Yeah.
And then it just it hits an invisible wall. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Of course they thought of that shit.
All
Yeah.
right.
I'm having fun on it.
Well, that's it for today, folks.
Where we at? We had about a
Yeah, we got an hour.
all right,
It's good enough. All right.
decent pod.
Tune in next time.
See y'all.
Bye bye.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe, or else.